Hello there, Aquarius, and welcome to your timeless oracle messages. I hope you're doing good. Aquarius, we're going to find out what Spirit wants you to know when it comes to your current situation. And this is for Aquarius and Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Okay, you can feel safe when it comes to a change in transition. I know that this change in transition brings some type of unsteadiness, maybe some fear, maybe even stress, right? But you are being led safely through this change. So you have Archangel Azrael about the change and transition here. Let's see where this is going for you too. A lot of you, Aquarius, I'm picking this up. You have changed your mind about something here. Some of you, there was just something that's gone on here that you have to give into this change, this whole transition. Okay, let's get a little bit more. So speak your truth. It's communicating clearly here. You're transforming your ability to stand in your own truth, stand firm, stand strong. And maybe for the first time for some of you, not all of you, but this is a time where you can trust that you can be open and honest. You know, maybe that's what has been lacking before. You know, something where you're dialed in on this communication and it's reciprocal here, right? So we're listening and communicating effectively with you and another or others. So Archangel Gabriel is helping you to speak with integrity and power and maybe a little bit of, assertiveness here. Because this thing is about honoring you, respecting you. You may have been holding back too for some of you Aquariuses when it comes to, what you really need to put out there or say, or maybe even point out. Don't be afraid to demand honesty from others. Okay, now let's continue and see what else. I get air sign and water sign coming through. Peace and harmony. Thank you, Regul, for surrounding my life in harmonious light. Okay. There's this thing about feeling safe through this change, feeling safe to communicate with others. You're being blessed with so much protective light and energy because something is happening here where you have formed peace and harmony in your inner world, and now it's showing up in the outer world. But we just got to go through that change and transition. And don't hold back here when it comes to, really speaking what you need to speak when you feel the need to. Because some of you, this may be like a spontaneous kind of thing, Because I'm getting a little fire too with this. Okay, let's get a little bit more about what Spirit wants you to know. Move your body. You're getting out of a stagnant situation here. Yes, some of you may be encouraged right now, or perhaps you're already doing it. Moving your body, especially if you've been feeling stagnant creatively, maybe in love, and maybe, you are having a hard time being inspired. Whatever it is, be willing to move your body. Listen to the rhythm of your body as well. When you need to rest, rest. If you need to exercise, exercise, right? But make exercise fun. Don't make it a burden. I mean, that's no fun. And perhaps you're already doing that. Now there could be something with, dancing here. But the angels are helping you be motivated here because you're moving out of stagnation. And you're moving into a more spontaneous time in your life, actually. So you might as well practice. Be spontaneous, be imaginative, be creative. Because there is something here where Spirit is saying it's time. You've already been in a situation that is, you've outgrown here. Or I should say it's already run its course. Okay, what else for Aquarius? And also Aquarius, so far I'm okay right now, but I do have a cold, just letting you know. So I might have to pause the recording here and there. So anyhow, you may hear me cough. Okay, so I'm just putting that out there. Listen to your intuition. Okay, speaking your truth, that change and transition. Now, I know for some of you, listening to the intuition can be a little bit challenging, especially if we give into too much stress, doubt, or we depend on others to give us, some good advice, which is not a bad thing, but, just take what resonates for you, leave the rest. Your intuition is on point here. And oh, this is a good reminder. I was telling you to listen to the wisdom of your body, right? So move away from things. This is what I'm seeing. It's like you're moving away from things, ideas, people, whatever you can, or maybe even an environment that is a drag, that's negative, that's too dense for you. And go towards things that make you feel joyful, lighter, even more free, or just happier. Or maybe it's just being at peace. Go towards that. Because your body is going to tell you whether or not something is good and right for you in that time. You'll feel either energized or you'll feel depleted. So listen to your intuition when it comes to people, situations, what you want to engage with and what you don't. Because I feel that this Speak Your Truth with Archangel Gabriel is really you with this angel, okay, in your King or Queen of Swords position, which I love the King and Queen of Swords because we've got a clear mind, we're really focused, we can communicate honestly, and we're making fair and right decisions for all that's involved. But first and foremost, you, right? You're important. So yeah, I just feel that you're standing firm here too with what you're going to take and with what you're not going to take. And I just see this beautiful crown, this jewels here, and it's just, adorned with jewels here. And this is you. You've earned some type of right here to be crowned with success, honor, and respect. Let's continue and see what else Spirit wants you to know. You got to ask your angels, okay, right now the veil between you and the heavens is very, very thin. You might as well make use of it. Ask your angels what you need. Some of you, it's like you're really leaving a burdensome situation here where it's just it's been bogging you down. But your angels have got answers for you. So I'm seeing this thing where we're not really rushing into anything. In fact, you may not want to, right? You're safely being led through this change. While you're going through this change, you may need to ask your angels to give you a lot of love, guidance, signs that you're not alone. But of course, I want to get a little bit more about Ask Your Angels for you, okay? Let's get more about Ask Your Angels for Aquarius. Something is like a mirror effect here. I was just noticing it. I was like, that looks like the cover of this deck here, and it is. Okay, I'm going to have to pause the reading. I have to sneeze. Hold on. Okay, I'm back. Okay, now let's look at this card here. If you believe. Oh my goodness. This is about belief in yourself, right? Because some of you might be doubting a situation. You might be doubting yourself here. Ask your angels. If you believe, you shall receive. And also, they're here to help you gel an idea. I'm just seeing the angel and GEL, angel. It's like they're going to gel something for you, okay? Now that I'm thinking of that gel, there may even be some jealousy that could linger, okay? But that, let's just not even get into it. That's not even here right now. So let's continue and see what else. We got to reconsider. Okay, we see we're taking our time with something here. Let's get more about reconsider. We may need to reconsider our motives, our intentions right now. You may need to reconsider what you do believe, especially if it's something that you don't feel is giving you, positive feedback, right? Whether it's yourself or others. Look at this, big happy changes. Okay. Okay, I get something here. There is a message coming through here. Aquarius. don't do something here for a, how do I say this? Don't try to force an outcome or a resolution before it's time, because you might not like what you end up with. So we need to bide our time right now. Continue talking and asking your angels. Something is happening here where it's already happening. This big happy changes. Something is turning for you here. So you may need to reconsider something when it comes to, the past, or maybe giving into something that could be like an old way, right? Or maybe old thinking, believing. And believe in yourself. Believe you're deserving of these big, happy changes. This is like Wheel of Fortune here. Now, you're also in this place. See, you're in charge right now. Aquarius, you're in charge. Spirit wants you to take the lead when it comes to not even giving your time and your energy to anything or anyone that is disrupting your peace and your harmony here. You've worked yourself all the way up to this. Don't stop now. See, you're doing things to improve your health here, which is bringing you some type of beautiful opportunity of great fulfillment, joy, because you're doing the right things. Not only are we improving our health, you could be improving your fortune too. Let's see what this improving health is bringing. Okay, that card. Okay, let's see what these are. Yeah, see, perfect timing. Don't stop. All right. Everything is lining up at the perfect time. See, this is why your angels want to give you some type of clues, something here so that you can feel confident about what is approaching you and what to look for. Look at this. Don't stop. Don't stop. Don't stop believing in yourself. Don't stop taking action on things, even if others aren't agreeing with you. Because some of you, you're having to really deal with some opposing forces. Spirit's saying you're right, though. Stay in your own truth here. You're right. Don't stop. Keep going. You have great victory on the other side of this. Don't stop, taking action on improving your health. Every little thing counts, even your thoughts. If you're actively doing things to improve your health, you are, really aligning yourself with good and great fortune here, because you're getting yourself in the place of alignment. What else? Yeah, Archangel Michael is surrounding you too with a lot of protective light and helping. Oh God, because I kind of see this thing where it's like a lot of you, it's either new or you already have the gift of really seeing deception, seeing the truths. And that's really a great ability, because that's helping you, steer yourself clear away from that, or get right through it, right to the other side if you need to. It's like I see that sword is cutting the truth. We got the miracle of forgiveness, and a loved one in heaven is with you right now. Look at this, healthy choices. Letting the past be the past, or just owning and accepting all of these experiences, not having to judge it or label it, so that you can just be at peace and harmony, because you are doing something where we are creating a new reality, maybe even a bridge here between you and the heavens, so that your loved ones can come down and visit at any time they want. Thank you, loved ones in heaven. I mean, they already visit you anytime you want, but this could be on your terms, when you want them to come. Thank you, loved ones in heaven, for drawing close at this time, making healthy choices. Thank you, angels, for guiding me to making healthy choices. Okay, this is what I'm getting to. A lot of you are breaking some type of hereditary thing here. This is why your loved ones in heaven, your even the ancient ancestors are rooting you on, because you're breaking some type of karmic pattern. This is what this change and transition is, because you've broken karmic patterns that go through generations. And so you're in this territory, or I should say claiming this territory of power, abundance, good fortunes. What else? Yeah, you don't need to be afraid. Oh my goodness, this is coming out again. Okay, we might be holding on to something, guys. We might be holding on to something here. The forgiveness is coming, right? Out twice. I was getting this thing about a mirroring thing too. Let's get more about forgiveness. Some of you, this reconsider, there may be something where, don't give up on loved ones either, or something here, because I get something about clearing the air, coming to a peaceful resolution. Okay, you were giving a lot too. You were giving a lot. That's why. Spirit knows there was something that was unbalanced and you figured it out. But forgive, right? And look at this. Look, don't hate, meditate. Thank you, angels, for guiding me to love through meditation. Yeah, because when we hold on to that grudge or that resentment and we don't acknowledge it or make peace with it, it starts to take root, and it starts to get you angry, and it moves you further and further and further and further away from listening to your intuition, from seeing, knowing, and communicating with the angels here. So that's why it's so important that we stay in integrity with our own health and well-being, because it's like, we're drinking poison here, okay? So yeah, it's okay to be angry. It doesn't mean that, if you've been mistreated or maybe even abused or something had happened here, you don't own that. It does not define you and it does not own you. In fact, you're turning that scar into a beautiful, I should say that wound into a beautiful scar, no matter if you can see it or not. Yeah, don't hate, meditate. You're already in the transition of getting out of a period where it's just been totally either lopsided or frustrating here. And this is why I was getting, you're having to deal with some opposing energies. And some of you just, listen, there are just people, maybe you know this already, that just, there may not be as evolved, their soul may not be as evolved or enlightened or even want to be. And sometimes we just have to let the haters hate. Okay, let's continue and see what else Spirit wants you to know. Yeah, oh my goodness, look at this. Enlightenment. You're on the path of enlightenment. You should be proud of yourself. But, like I was saying, it's like not all souls are on that same path. And we can appreciate that, right? Because, the world and the universe is so vast and large. We all have room to make our own reality. But spirit guides, angels, loved ones on the other side are they're swarming you. So seek out places that make you feel or give you that, reassurance, about your spirituality, your personal growth, like-minded souls here if you want, maybe even a good book that helps to feed your mind and your soul with nutritious ideas. Okay, why is this not coming into focus? Let's see. Sometimes if I point, maybe not. Okay, thought it'll come into focus. Okay, let's see what else. It'll eventually come into focus. Healing. Ooh, yes. Great healing is taking place. And also, a lot of you have been chosen to be a healer, to have these gifts. So don't question this. Some of you might even doubt that. Even your words can heal. But you have great powers, divine protection, healing at all levels, of your life. I should say all areas of your life is taking place. And you're getting ready for your new season here. Look, big happy changes. Oops. Okay, there's something that wants to come out with that bear spirit. Let's see what this. Okay. Why is this not getting? Okay, there we go. Now I got into focus. Let's get more with the healing here for Aquarius. Refuge. Yay. Yes, you can seek shelter if you can, okay? If you're someone who's been doing the hustle bustle, you need to seek refuge. You need to have your place. Seek that shelter. Great healing is taking place. And this is something you shouldn't rush. In fact, you don't want to, right? You want to take your time with this because you are in this period of restoration and getting your power back. All of your power here. So yeah, don't be afraid to say no to things because you're making healthy choices. Maybe staying in more or staying in a place where you just feel safe, secure, where you're not going to be bothered too much either. If you can. I know that might not be possible for all of you at all the time. Something is already aligned here and it's all happening in perfect timing. Big happy changes, big perfect timing. What else? Yeah, there's something better. Ooh. Ooh, see, reconsider. This is why I kept saying stand firm here. To me, when I see this healthy choices, I just see someone who is balanced, who knows that they're worth or they're worthy of something better. Ooh. Yeah, see, don't do anything just yet. You're biding your time for better results here. What else? Communicate clearly. There's going to be a very healing conversation between you and someone. And Spirit is saying you can feel comfortable with this person to communicate clearly. Some of you know this person, some of you don't. But you can feel safe to trust that this is someone where we see eye to eye. And it may even be refreshing and invigorating to have, communication that is so clear, so understood. And maybe that's what we've been lacking is a feeling of, maybe that's what's gone on. It's like we feel misunderstood. There's like a Doreen Virtue Oracle card that's coming into my mind's eye right now. This communicate clearly, the Enlightenment. It's the one that says something about your love life is, or something about your spiritual path. Oh my goodness, I can't even think of it. Your upbringing or your spiritual path. Oh gosh. Okay, now I'm going to have to go get it. Now I'm going to have to look at it. Now you got me. Now I got to get it. Let's see. Oh, it's worth waiting for. Did you see that? That card just fell right on out. Okay. It's, let's find it. Some of you guys know, because this deck has been around for a long time. There it is, religious factors. Okay, this is what I see. Your love life is influenced by your religious upbringing and spiritual path. This is it. This is true. See? Something is worth waiting for. You know what? I'm not doing this for any other zodiac sign, but let's just get since I grabbed the romance angel, card, let's get one. Let's just get one. Thank you, Spirit. This is going to be for Aquarius. Let's get a romance angel card for Aquarius. Oh, yeah. See, free yourself. Oh, we got some type of important wedding. Okay. Now this can go both ways. Okay. I see. This is where we're coming out of some type of old contract. Whether it's yes, some of you, it is a marriage of of a person here, but in general, this wedding is some type of old like contract and commitment that you can change. I feel that you've changed your mind on. Okay. Free yourself. It's time to take back control of your life. Now, the other side of this, though, the other side of this, Aquarius, is that you have to make room for someone in your life. You got to make room. Some of you, can I just bring something up? Because I feel that some of you might have already like clicked off the video because you might not be into this love thing. But the thing is, something that we can't control at times here. But it's like you may end up getting married, or it's just something. Oh my gosh. It's time to take back control of your life. I was going somewhere with that, and then I lost my little message there. It'll come back to me, I'm sure. But anyways, this situation involves a marriage. Oh, okay, that's what I was getting to. You know, this could be a person that you were married to, or a situation, or some type of, long overdue commitment that, you've done with. But if you don't make the room, and this is where I was going with some of you, Aquarius, it's like, you got to reconsider something here when it comes to compatibility and being open to companionship, okay? Because heaven, God knows exactly what is good and right for you. God knows what's worthy of you in your time. God knows that you have a powerful purpose as well. And so God is helping you with people and situations that improve, your purpose here. You're not only your health, but your purpose, and vice versa. It's not just about you, it's about other souls that are involved too, where God, the heavens, the universe is blessing, more than one soul at one time. Okay. Oh, I see what I was doing here. All right, now we'll have to, I'll make sure I have to put those away. But anyhow, let's continue and see what else Spirit will give us. Look at this, recovery. You're in the process of recovery. Now, don't rush this. You don't want to rush this process. Look at this, healthy choices, recovery. Focus on the health and the healing that has already taken place. In fact, Spirit is reminding you too of all of the things that you've done before when you've made healthy choices and how it all added up to some kind of great blessing in your life. Continue to focus on that. And know that you're not doing this recovery alone. You have ascended masters working with you. You have the archangels. You have, all the angels, I should just say. Okay. What else? Trust. Build your trust with yourself. Build your trust with Spirit, and trust in your own abilities too. Trust that you are healing. And you don't have to rush this. And I see that you've been praying for a situation or a person that you can truly feel comfortable, safe with. This is exactly what you're getting. I'm getting like this other thing about the healer of ages here. A lot of you have a very strong connection to Jesus. I can see it. Yes, Jesus is with you. In fact, Jesus is cloaking you in his name. How do you like that? Cloaking you. Whether you're male or female, that jacket is a cloak of power, protection, love. What else? Excuse me. Say no. You know what you got to say no to. That's why I was getting the King and Queen of Swords. Okay. That's what I love about the King and Queen of Swords. It's just like really no BS, and it's like straight to the point most of the time. No. No means no. No is a complete sentence. You don't even have to have excuses. In fact, some of you try to practice that, because I feel that when you do say no or you assert yourself somehow, some way, you may even feel bad or guilty when you shouldn't, right? Just because you are an empath or you're sensitive and you've got, this healing ability. So it may be hard to say no. Something is better. Where is it? Something's better. So let's get more about no. Yeah, you don't have time. You don't have time. This is like, no, I don't have time. I'm improving my health. And look at that. Get more information. Okay. I'm getting this thing where some of you, it's like either now or nearing. There may be this something or someone may try to get you to say yes when your body and your intuition is saying no. And they're trying to, get your mind to say yes. You need to just say no for now, okay? Because it's not a no with an exclamation. So it's not like a permanent no, but it's like a no. Either get more information, ask for more information, seek that information so that you can come to a conclusion here. So you're in the process of still gaining more answers to your situation and to someone that I feel a lot of you have been asking about. What else for Aquarius? In fact, the angels are healing you and, others right now. And you've got this loved one on the other side that is coming through very strong. Oh my goodness, this is so cute. You're saying no. This is the thing. You're saying no to what doesn't please you, and you're saying yes to what pleases you, right? Or you can even say, for some of you, you'll resonate with this, say no to the past so you can say yes to the future. It's perfect timing here. Isn't that kind of funny? Say no because you need to get more information, and then we'll be able to say yes to either that or something totally brand new. Oh, look at that. Ask for help from others. I was getting this thing about you feeling maybe burdened here or just bogged down. Practice now. This is where you get to take in on, this whole thing about being in your own power. Speak your truth. Ask for what you want. Don't assume others know what you want, because I know a lot of you work with your intuition and, and sometimes we can get lost. We think people are picking up on these things when in fact they're not, because they're usually in their own damn world, okay? So don't assume people know what you want. You're going to have to be very clear, okay? You may need to even write it out, but don't be afraid to ask for help. I mean, this is going to cause you to even be even more strong in your power here. Because others do want to help you, actually. Look at that. Because we're just feeling so tied down, and you're this beautiful unicorn. You're not meant to be caged up. You're not meant to feel like you don't have time for things, or maybe even money. I know sometimes we don't have everything that we want, but we got to start somewhere. So if you can start one little area, and perhaps you already are, of freeing yourself, then you're doing it right. What else? In the near future. Okay, something's going to happen here in the near future. We got that big happy changes. Let's get more about the in the near future. Oh my gosh, we got the no exclamation. Okay. It's like, okay, this is what I was getting, man. This is like something and someone nearing here, and maybe even it's now. We're saying no. Not right now. Let's get more about that. Yeah, There's something that might be tempting you right now or soon, okay? Don't hate, meditate. That's another temptation, to hate, to get angry, to be right all the time, okay? Or to prove something or to get revenge. Who cares? Whatever, okay? Just take what resonates. I know not all of you are revengeful, but listen, people do weird things at times. And that's because, you know, we all get to play in this human life. But remember, you are a spiritual being in a human experience. Okay, don't be afraid to say no. I mean, you're going to already know what you want to say no to. Because this is the thing, in the near future, something is happening here that's going to give you some type of relief. So you got to remain positive. And that's funny because earlier I was like, oh, that's just a no for now. But there really is something that you're going to be like, no, absolutely not. Because you're already going to see that there's something better. Remain positive and don't give in to fear. See, this is the other thing. This no, there's an angel or your loved one that is screaming, no, quit thinking the worst is going to happen. Stop. Things are looking bright in the near future. What else? Yeah, you're ready. Everything that you've experienced here, you're putting it to good use. And whatever you have experienced, you don't need to prep any longer. It's either now or nearing here where you're ready, okay, for what's next. And Spirit wants you to claim this and not back down and know that you are worthy of this. Because remember, this is all about perfect timing and divine timing. What else? Oh, love. Be love. Surrender to love. Love life. Love yourself. Find things to love, you know? But the important thing right now is you sensing and feeling how much love is surrounding you and blossoming in your life. You're ready for love in all forms, okay? It's coming in all forms. Let's get more about the wild rose fairy and this love. See, this whole thing about being able to communicate in a way that is free, clear, loving. Situation will improve. Okay, your love life, when it comes to fulfillment, when it comes to healing, it's all improving. The situation will improve. When I see this card, I also see star card here because I feel like she's reaching up for a star there. And that would be associated with your zodiac sign. What else? Fire spirit energy. Okay, you really have to remain strong. There will be people and situations, and this has already happened to you, that they will drain your energy. And what you're doing is you're not giving it any more of your time, your energy, because you're summoning and cultivating a lot of power right now that's going to be used for something better later. So right now, this is also a reminder of how powerful you are and how the heavens are working for you, gifting you fire spirit here, which can create, can purify, and yes, it can destroy when we need it to. But what you're destroying is the things that have been depleting your energy. Healthy choices. Because you're getting ready to use this to create something amazing. It will be amazing to you. What else? Change. Dragonfly spirit. Ooh, I love it. Okay, some of you have already changed your mind or you're about to, and that's okay. Go with the change. You're seeing things in a whole new way. And this is why, you've got this whole thing with listening to your intuition. This is why I think I brought this thing, because I just see this as like a spiritual, thing here. A spiritual path with spiritual gifts. You are free to change your mind. Actually, look at that. you're free to change your mind. If you feel tied down by something or someone, I mean, I'm not here advocating divorce, okay? So, but I'm just saying something that maybe we have, you know, bonded with, or maybe that we thought we wanted as a sense of security, whatever it was, okay, we can change our mind. And let this be a positive omen for you too, that the change is happening because you're seeing something that is so true, and you are escaping, or I don't know if it's the word I want to use, but I feel like it's like escaping the illusions of maybe what society tries to put on people, or what another, or maybe family, because you're ready to take flight here. You're ready to be in a new chapter. What else? Ooh, stag spirit. Yes, I love this. This is, to me, signifying you thriving. Yes, you're taking the lead, and that may mean that you have to be strong. You have to be aware and attuned of your own energy, right? Because it's all about endurance as well. But leadership is your birthright. Leadership is your destiny. However you see yourself leading, maybe it's just on the home front, maybe it's professional, maybe it's in all areas. But Spirit wants you to listen to yourself. You're not meant to be a follower anyways. You're a leader. Take the lead. Abundance follows. Love follows. Change follows. What else? Nope, that is it. Okay, so Aquarius, let's find out what is the next good fortune that is coming your way. The next good fortune for Aquarius. Oh my goodness, acceptance. This is Starry Night. This card is actually closely associated with Star card. Okay, so that's associated with Aquarius. Anyhow, this is acceptance. Fame, fortune, good luck, a positive, bright future, accepting all of yourself, because we are, okay, this is it. I mean, you've really released something from the past here. Whether you've been hard on yourself or another or others, it doesn't matter. You've come to a place of letting it all be, letting it all go. And, you can't help but shine and illuminate your own aura, your own being. And this is why you've got a lot of power to speak your truth, to demand truth. So you got a positive momentum going forward here. You got good fortune and good luck coming towards you. And I am seeing this thing where if you felt like you didn't belong, you will know without a doubt you belong right where Spirit put you. And I am seeing this thing too where we've accepted something in someone. We're communicating clearly. Destiny has aligned you in the right moment at the right time to communicate clearly. Some of you may even be doing, take it if it resonates, not all of you, but I do see some of you getting some type of an award. And I can see like you doing some type of maybe acceptance speech or something like that. So take the lead. Show yourself. You have words that empower and heal. Why not? Okay, now before we end the reading, I want to find out from Spirit what you need, what Spirit's guidance for you for the next week. Spirit's guidance for Aquarius for the next week. Home romance. That's cute. Now, if you have someone, be romantic. If you don't, well, be romantic for yourself and know that romance is blooming. Pay attention to things, that excite you. This isn't about having to be, overly flirtatious with someone, but you can be romantic with your own self and your own life, and invite this romance in. Spirit wants you to focus and be guided by romance right now. I think this is really beautiful because romance, I see it's like a resurgence of it or a new thing with romance here for a lot of you guys. Let it bloom and let it, let it create its own thing without any control, because when you allow things to just kind of, come together effortlessly, you never know what could be built from this. Okay, there's a strong energy that's coming from this romance card. Let's see. I am getting something about maybe Roman times, or could be, past lives in the Roman times here. Gratitude, giving and receiving. So this is reciprocity. Pay attention and be grateful. You are coming into a period where you can't help but feel romantic, lively, nourished, and abundant. And this is so cute too, because guess what? Look at the stag in the blueberry, or in the bluebell field here. It's the stag. So be grateful here. Spirit knows that you know the way, that you have the way to light up the path for others, and not to be afraid of your own power. Spirit already knows that you know how to be responsible with your powers, with your gifts. You will not misuse it. You don't mislead. And this is why you're going to be graced with a lot of abundance in your life. I hope that this was helpful. Love and light. Take care.